This is the golden storybook and tape called Vacation on Terror Island. It was written by Dwight John Zimmerman, and the pictures were done by Gene Biggs. Whenever you hear this sound, you'll know it's time to turn the page. After you've listened to the story, you can turn the tape over and record your own story on side 2. Are you ready? Find the picture of Ace McCloud and Lucy in the gym of Sky Vault.
It looks like someone is having more fun than a barrel of monkeys,
said Crystal Kane as she entered Sky Vault's small gym.
Not me,
shouted Ace McCloud.
Max, Jake, and I were practicing hand-to-hand combat when Lucy joined in.
said Lucy, playing with Ace's hair.
Come on, Lucy,
said Crystal.
It's time to start our vacation.
I still can't believe you're going to Borneo,
said Jake Rockwell.
Why not?
replied Crystal.
It should be peaceful and quiet on the island. And besides, it will be fun to show Lucy where her ancestors came from.
Try not to do too much monkeying around down there,
said Ace as they all walked into the transporter room.
Why? Afraid of the competition?
asked Crystal with a smile as she and Lucy stepped onto the beaming pods.
Ready whenever you are, Max.
Roger. Next stop, Borneo. Have a good time,
said Max Ray.
Don't worry, we will,
replied Crystal.
Well, here we are, Borneo,
said Crystal as they materialized at the edge of a coastal village.
Let's introduce ourselves to the villagers.
But just as they were about to enter, several villagers spotted them. One of them cried,
"A tree monster! Run before it catches you! Run!"
Lucy, the villagers are afraid of you,
said Crystal.
Why?
But Crystal couldn't find anyone to give her the answer. The whole village was deserted. Just then, 4 huge creatures swung down from the trees at the edge of the jungle.
What are these?
cried Crystal.
Cyborg orangutans? If my instincts are right, Doc Terror is not too far away.
The cyborg orangutans dragged Crystal and Lucy away, and Crystal soon discovered she was right.
Welcome to my newest cyborg experiment lab, Crystal Kane,
said Doc Terror.
I've been looking forward to this meeting for a long time.
What do you mean?
asked Crystal.
I'm so glad you asked. Hacker, bring them inside,
said the evil genius to his assistant. As Hacker strapped Crystal and Lucy to a pair of operating tables, Doc Terror grabbed Crystal's communicator.
I'm going to make you beautiful,
said Doc Terror.
If this is your idea of the ultimate makeover,
said Crystal,
count me out.
You'll love being a cyborg,
said Hacker.
I do.
You would,
said Crystal. As Hacker reached over to strap down Lucy's legs, the orangutan suddenly reared back and kicked the cyborg against the wall.
Oh!
groaned Hacker as he fell down unconscious. Then, before Doc Terror could move, she twisted around and pinned him in the same wrestling hold she had used on Ace. She fitted a mask over his nose and mouth.
Stop, you stupid ape!
gasped Doc Terror.
The sleeping gas is turned on! You'll knock me out.
Good going, Lucy,
said Crystal.
Can you get me a scalpel from that instrument table?
said Lucy, reaching a scalpel with her foot. As Crystal was freeing herself, she suddenly saw the unconscious Doc Terror start to roll away on some wheels that had popped out of his armor.
An automatic escape unit,
said Crystal.
That monster has more tricks in his circuits than a robot magician.
After Crystal freed herself, she said,
Lucy, you stay here. I'm going to try to radio the Centurions for help.
Quietly entering a nearby radio room, she turned on the transmitter and said,
Crystal, calling Centurions.
This is Max at Sky Vault,
replied a voice.
What's up, Crystal? Crystal!
But Crystal couldn't answer. She had been captured by one of Doc Terror's traumatizer security guards. Max alerted Ace and Jake.
I think Crystal is in trouble,
He said,
My bet is that she's going ape among all those orangutans.
said Ace.
I doubt it,
Replied Jake.
Max, beam Ace and me down to where her signal came from.
Give my regards to Borneo.
Said Max, activating the transporter.
What? This is the last thing I expected to see in Borneo.
Cried an astonished Ace as they materialized in the middle of Doc Terror's huge complex.
That's probably why Doc Terror built this place here.
Said Jake.
Well, two can play the nasty surprise game. I read you, Jake.
Said Ace. Into his communicator, he said,
Max, beam down my Skybolt assault weapon system and Jake's wild weasel. Let's really crash this place.
Said Ace as the powerful weapon systems fused to their exoframes.
Power extreme! My feeling exactly.
Said Jake.
Power extreme!
Just be sure Crystal is safe before you crash anything.
Said Max from Skyvault. With their assault weapon systems activated, Ace and Jake started to search Doc Terror's evil complex. Suddenly, Jake cried,
Ace, I see Crystal. I'm going to rescue her. Go to it, good buddy.
Replied Ace.
I'm right above you. Going my way?
Asked Jake as he fired his lasers at the traumatizer's security guard.
You're a real cut-up, aren't you, Jake?
Said Crystal as she jumped onto the back of the wild weasel. After she had told Jake what happened, she said,
We have to get Lucy. I left her back at the lab. Hurry!
Don't worry. We'll get her and head for the hills before Doc Terror knows what hit him.
Said Jake. But Doc Terror had revived and was angrily watching everything on his monitors.
So the Centurions think they will attack me?
Said Doc Terror.
They'll change their tune when they discover they're outnumbered 1,000 to 1. Attention all traumatizers and doomed drones. Centurions on the base. Attack! Repeat! Attack!
Uh-oh. Here comes the unwelcome wagon.
Said Ace as hundreds and hundreds of doom drones and traumatizers swarmed toward them.
Come on, Jake. Let's give them a hot reception. No.
Cried Jake.
Doc Terror wants us to waste our firepower trying to destroy his forces. But if we hit his command center, we can deactivate them all in one shot. Sounds good. Just one problem.
Said Ace.
Between us and the command center are all those doom drones and traumatizers. Too bad for them, right?
Said Jake.
Right.
Replied Ace. And with a defiant yell, the Centurions attacked.
Let's whip them! Full speed ahead! Jake, my defensive shields can't hold out much longer.
Said Ace as they fought their way through.
They won't have to. There's the command center.
Said Jake.
Hit it with everything you've got, and I'll do the same. Now!
The concentrated impact of both missiles and energy weapons hit the command center, exploding the building into 1,000,000 pieces. Instantly, all the traumatizers and doom drones were deactivated, just as Jake had predicted.
Do you think we'll find Doc Terror in all this rubble?
Asked Ace.
There he is, getting into that machine!
Shouted Jake.
You may have found me and destroyed my cyborg lab, but you'll never catch me and destroy my dream to rule the world.
Shouted Doc Terror as he turned on his Earth borer.
Goodbye!
With a loud grinding sound, the Earth borer swiftly tuttled Doc Terror to safety.
One day we will catch you, Doc Terror. That's a promise.
Said Ace.
It's about time you guys returned.
Said Crystal when Ace and Jake came back for her.
I've got a little surprise for you. Follow me.
Not another surprise.
Said Jake as they entered the jungle.
This.
Said Crystal, pointing up into the trees.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Said Ace.
As I remember back in Skyvault, you almost were.
Said Crystal. Hanging helplessly from a tree was a very unhappy hacker, surrounded by Lucy and other real orangutans.
Help! Make them stop hitting me with those sticks and fruits!
Moaned Hacker.
No way.
Said Crystal. Then to the Centurions, she explained,
When I entered the lab, I saw Lucy trying to switch Hacker's robot half with an orangutan robot section. I helped her finish and fix the circuit so Hacker couldn't control his new robot half.
Seeing her friends, Lucy happily swung down to them. Said Lucy excitedly.
I've got to hand it to you, Lucy.
Laughed Ace.
You really made a monkey out of Hacker.
And it couldn't have happened to a more deserving cyborg.
Said Crystal. Agreed Lucy, puffing out her chest with pride.